Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Right when I was about to get out and go to the coffee store, Joe comes in. Hey, I paid. You guys give me your damn shekels. All right. Just delay from going to the guy. Oh, no, I know the coffee store will still be there. Video response would be preferred. Please keep my last name anonymous. I'll just keep you anonymous. There's no need. I've listened to most of your videos regarding your vasectomy and your decision not to reproduce. I tend to agree with the reasoning behind it, like by instilling good values in your children would become contributing members of society and thus exploited by the parasites. You don't owe the country shit. Your hypothetical kids are not just to be used as a soldier in some race war. And another major concern is I look at what the other parents, assuming I would be a parent, I look at how parents today are raising their kids. Fuck no. Because then my kids would have to be, God almighty, these idiot kids over at Georgetown University just voted to self-impose a $27 fee for reparations because none of them ever owned slaves and none of the minority black students were slaves. I mean, my children are not growing up with those morons. They're just not. My question is, there's many reasons not to have kids. My question is, if the civilization was as such where parasitism and big government was not as prevalent as today, and the conditions were such that a hardworking man could succeed and not be divorced, raped, etc., that good upstanding women were rewarded with fulfilling family life, etc. Boy, you are really creating a nice little fantasy here. And then we all get superpowers like the movie Shazam. And the future looked bright, think 1950s era around then. Would you decide to have children? I'm trying to understand if it's because of the reasons you state that you decided against kids, or if it's simply that you would never have wanted kids. I'm a 29-year-old male. I have no shortage of women, but most of my friends are having and have had kids, so I'm curious for a reflection on your child-free decision. Thanks, and we'll keep you anonymous. It's both. We say I'm trying to understand if it's because of the reasons you state, or if it's simply that you would have never wanted kids. Let's provide a caveat for everybody listening. A lot of you are trying to square the round hole or round hole the square peg or whatever, where I tell everybody the most important thing in life is humans, first and foremost of which would be your spouse, a very close second, but second nonetheless would be your children. That's a different one, and someone could pay me an egregious amount of money to do a video on why that is later. I tell them that's the most important thing in the world, and that's the only reason I live. But then at the same time, I'm like, I decided to have a vasectomy long ago, don't want to have children. And and that is a personal decision. So there are compelling macro, global, environmental reasons not to have kids as listed previously, and we could go on for many other reasons not to have kids, why it's a bad idea to have kids in today's world. But then there's also the personal individual level, and many people have kids for many personal reasons. In my case, just me personally, I, for the vast majority of my life, have been poor, adult life. A kid would have absolutely made me gone into abject poverty. Now, of course, then I'd have to collect welfare and government assistance, and that brings up a whole bunch of other moral issues. But with a kid in tow, and how badly I was doing. We're not even talking college. College, obviously, you're going to be poor, but I thought I'd be, if things had gone the way the baby boomers promised they would, cheap nursing homes for you, I would have probably been able to afford a kid, maybe even a family, where the wife stayed at home. But my 20s and not most of my 30s, 30s things were getting good. 30s, I hate to say it, because then I had the dance stuff was in full swing. And even so in my 20s I was making really good money, but it wasn't stable. You're always this close to getting fired or quitting, because banking is just a bunch of fucking fucktards. So there was no stability. There was no, hey, have this thing that's going to cost you $250,000 amortized over 18 years. Like, I don't even trust. It was so bad. Like, another reason aside from poverty, but why I also always bought cars for cash is because I didn't want to have a payment that I couldn't afford. I'm like, no, this is it. So whether I have a job or not, I know exactly what my expenses are, and I can get by on dance class income or my online classes that I used to teach. So there were times I was doing well, but it would last no more than 6 months, and then sure enough, I'd quit my job, the economy go into recession, dance classes would tank. A lot of you don't remember the dot-com bust. That was ensconced in my mind. So the lack of stability in my own personal life, lack of finances, living in basements, and then that's not only the only reason. Then there's I didn't have a fun childhood. I'm not going to do the woe is me, but my childhood fucking sucked. Yes, divorce. Yes, single parents. Yes, nerd. Yes, going to school. Oh my God. And if I were to breed, here's another one I hadn't even thought of. Yeah, add item number 3,286, Clary's personal reasons. If I'm going to actually have a child with someone, it probably would be someone who's intelligent. There's a pretty damn good chance that kid's going to come out smart. You think I'm sending a smart kid to school? Now we got to homeschool. Is the wife going to be it? Am I going to make enough money to float everybody here? When the wife is going to homeschool, I'm going to teach the kid as well. Now the kid's got to go. Now he's the problem like me. Now I got to, hey kid, here's curse of the high IQ. I saw you're smarter than me. Oh, don't worry. These problems are coming because I saw all the other kids in the public schools, and yeah, sheep are smarter than them. No, we went to Farmer Brown Sheep just down the road from the school. The sheep did better on their SATs than those morons, with the mouths on the ground over. I can understand the teachers suck anyway. I just don't. I've had the offer. I have had women offer me, I'd like you to father my children, but I'll never. Like, oh, okay, lady. I have made the offer that if a woman really, really, really wants my seed for $15 million and a huge amount of paperwork, legal paperwork, that I don't do anything with the kid, yeah, you can, here's my gene, here's my genetic material, but no. My actual kid that I love, the one that I raised, I give a shit enough about the kid to, unlike half of you dumbasses out there, make sure I can take care of them instead of going running to the government and going begging and pleading with a GoFundMe and go, I have a kid and Fred left me. Yeah, man, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. And if I cannot provide at least a good child, I don't want to spoil the kid either. I know the right balance. But if I cannot provide the stable, good upbringing, environment, finances, so that my kid isn't fucking starving when he goes off to college, I'm not putting the kid through that hell. No way. So, and there's other personal reasons, which risk of divorce, sperm jacking, all that other shit. But that's my personal reasons. But what should be discussed, what should be on the marketplace of ideas, is not your own individual reasons. Some people are going to have kids no matter what. They love kids. It was the center of their life. And God bless them. You get some of these foster parents who take on 16 kids and they can support them. I know one family, the guy makes the money. He's not collecting a government check. I think he's got 12 foster kids. That guy's a saint. That guy has taken some kids out of poverty, broken homes, abusive homes, and he's going to put on a really nice house. I saw the house. I'm like, can you adopt me? I'll sweep. What do you want? And that's what people want. Some people, for religious reasons, personally want to have it, but from a public point of view, from a secular point of view, from a policy point of view, you may, and from a personal point of view as well, you may want to look at what's happening to the economy and society and say, do I want to bring children into this? Can I bring children into this? Will I be able to prevent my kids from being indoctrinated from Marxist leftist schools? Will I be able to raise my kid? What will my kids' prospects look like? Will they be debt-laden debt slaves? Are they going to start taxing them for reparations or take over 60% of? Will they be brought up in a communist country? Those are things that everybody should be asking themselves. I think a lot of people are. That's why producers are producing less and parasites are producing more. Well, I don't even grant the parasites that much intelligence. They just like to have sex without a condom because it feels better. And then where'd the father go? All right, that's it. Questions? Oh, I said 29 today. Yeah, so, dude, ask if you really want to have kids, and you find a wife that really wants to have kids, and you guys agree on the important stuff. And I do not begrudge anyone having children. Just make damn sure you can raise them, you can afford them, and you stay the fuck married, okay? What is that? I think 42% of the kids are born out of wedlock. Well, that's 42% kids being abused, as far as I'm concerned. That's just... Because unlike most people, I actually give a damn about the children. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, ASLconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.